You can start talking.
Tell my name.
Yes, say your name, your full name, from where you were from.
My maiden name is Lily. Everybody call me Cico. This is my nickname. And I have 3 brothers and 7 sisters. And one is died at home, very young age.
How old is he?
She was, I think, 28 years old.
Okay.
She was pregnant, and it was out for the, how they call this, the womb out. And they start to blooding, and they die for this time. And the husband married for my other sister, and she has 2 children, 1 girl and 1 boy. The boy was 3 years, and the girl was about 4 years.
They passed away in the Holocaust?
No.
No, they passed away now.
Just at home.
Oh, just at home.
Just at home.
Someone killed them?
Regular. They bring home, and then they die there. It was...
They were sick?
No, just lost too much blood, and
Oh.
no was help. They tried, they give other blood, but the body doesn't take the blood, and they die. I was 12 years old then, and we live together happily.
What was her name?
Which name? Who is died?
Yeah, who passed away the first?
Charlotte.
Wait, so what's all the siblings' names? The oldest to the youngest? Your siblings. What were their names?
The name? Charlotte.
Okay, that's one. She
Yeah.
She was the eldest? She was the oldest?
She was the oldest, yeah.
Then after?
She was the oldest. After is my brother. The name it was Erne. And after they born Hoinal, that's another sister, and after one is Iboya, and after that is Magdalena. And after is Olga, and after is your father, Bela, the name. The Jewish name is Meir. This is my grandfather's name. And after born me, and one other brother is Andor Dutzi. Dutzi was my name.
She lives in Israel right now, currently, right?
Before.
Oh, she passed away?
Passed away for 54 years old.
Oh, wow.
After Yom Kippur. They was beside the learning, they feel bad, and came out, and they take some medicine for get better, but she said, I feel cold. And the wife went in the house and bring a sweater, and when they bring a sweater,
she passed
away. It's just suddenly, just terrible. And after they born another girl, the name is Rochi, and they're the only one who is living in Israel.
Oh, Rochi, right.
Rochi, yeah.
So you and Rochi are still alive, out of all the 10 siblings?
Yes, all the...
Wow.
That's it, the whole family. And I was 14 years and I need some certificate, and my mother doesn't want to doesn't open for my father safe, but I know where is the key, and my mother wasn't home. I open and I go the certificate, and was very surprised because the name for my mother and the other sister doesn't the same, and I don't understand what was going on. I never find out. I never told me nobody, and I can see no different at all. The neighbor for my mother said, your mother was only one in the world. It was so good. I never find out and she never tell.
Well, what's your name? What was your mother's name?
Name is Leni or Lina.
What was her maiden name?
We told Linushka.
Linushka?
Yeah, Linushka. That it was my mother's name. Your father even remember the story what they always tell for her, for the Hungarian story, because my mother never knew Hebrew.
She only spoke Hungarian?
Yeah. And that's why they understand. Because my mother can't learn. She was after 50 years when they went to Israel. And it was hard time. They don't want to learn. It was very hard life, the beginning. My father also wasn't young, but they live all right. Every Saturday, the children went for my mother's house. When your father was a little boy.
My grandfather or my father?
Your father.
My father, okay.
Yeah. They always went there for a Sherashidas. They always go, lot of Einecker, lot of great-grandchildren, big family, everybody have children, the other children. They was living very, very happily.
What did they do before the Holocaust? What was their job?
What
type of job did they have?
The mother or the father first have a wine. Then my father go for another city to buy the grapes when it's growing. And they buy for the whole things, the grapes, before they making wine. They buy it, and after make wine, and then they was big, how they call the big?
Barrels?
What is holding in the...
Oh, barrels. Barrels.
Yeah. And after, I don't know why, they stop it, and after they have a soap factory. They make direct for the washing clothes and make special koshers soap. That is called kosher and used for the kitchen. Every kitchen has and the different signs, something blue, and is written is kosher. And that's they use for the kitchen. And that's it. We living good. The children went in the school, the boy went in the Heder and learned I don't think so, your father.
Happy Purim, Happy Purim.
Oh, that is the
Happy
picture.
Purim,
Oh,
Happy Purim.
cute.
No, the children for Purim say this, but somebody make a wrong turn and this iris it and put another battery, and my son tried it and they said Happy Purim and then touched something.
Happy Purim, Happy Purim.
That's cute. Can you show me from the picture?
Yeah.
Who was who?
Happy Purim, Happy Purim.
This is my brother-in-law. She is Matu, the sister. This is the wife. This is the other husband. This sister, Ivoyo. We call Luli. This is Hebrew name. This boy, this is his son.
Do you know his name?
And this is the girl. This is my father. That's me.
Wow.
for 19,048. This is the
1948?
wedding, yeah. This is my
How old
husband,
were you? You were...
Joseph. This is my mother,
What's your name?
Linushka.
Linushka, right?
Linushka Nene. Everybody Linushka Nene. And this is your father.
Grandfather.
No, this is your father. No, yeah, grandfather. This is my brother. And this is one of the boy or one of the girls for some of my sisters. This is my sister-in-law.
Ariella?
My husband, sister.
Oh.
And the man this is the husband.
Hmm.
Both is dead. Everybody is dead. This is the girl for this man
Oh, wow.
and this lady. That's all. And this is Rochi.
Rochi, she's...
Oh, my sister, this is the youngest one, 7 years younger than me.
Mm.
And that's all. That is the family. This is my brother here. My brother and sister-in-law. I don't know where is it from where it Melette. And this is the girl. I speak for Israel also. There. She also a grandmother now. And this is only a neighbor for here. And I live here because I thought it's just happening now, my wedding. It's 58 years already, or more.
Wow. So tell me, from the wedding, how old were you? You were 20. How old were you when you got married?
Me? How I am old? 24.
You were 24.
Yeah.
Now, what happened? Now, who was related to my grandfather, and who was exact siblings? Like you and my grandfather were siblings from the same parents?
They live with me.
Right. But I'm saying your father had 2 wives.
Who?
Your father.
Yeah.
So the first wife.
I don't know who.
You don't know who she is.
I know my grandmother for my father, but my grandmother is died, and that I didn't know that is not the real grandmother. I thought she is the grandmother, but nobody tell me it's not. When they die, I was crying in the school, and a cousin was there also, and they said, "Why are you crying?" And then, "Why I'm crying? Because my grandmother is died." I said, "Yeah, don't cry. This wasn't your grandmother. This is the second wife for my grandfather." Then I know it wasn't. But we keep real grandmother. Nobody said me that is not my grandmother.
Wow.
That's interesting. And Rochi is her name for the second wife.
How did the first wife pass away?
I don't know. I never know.
Oh, you never know?
And left over 5 children.
And then your father married.
Yeah. My mother.
Right. Your mother, and then they had another 5 kids.
Yeah.
Wow.
5 kids.
Okay. So now, before the war, World War II, where were you at the time?
Before the war, at home for the family, always together. Always together. Always together. After came the ghetto, we went in to live for another family, and we lived there.
How did you get captured? How did the Nazis find you?
Who?
How did the Nazis find you?
The Nazi?
Find you.
Because we was in the ghetto. The ghetto is mean. It was for this street, for the other, it all over close. they can't go. They was, hogy mondják, somebody stayed there for the door, and no out and no in. Nobody can get in, and nobody can go out. Out. This was the ghetto. And the ghetto is then take out to work. We had no hospital. The hospital, it was a school. When somebody was sick, they went in the school. There it was doctor.
Doctor?
That's all.
Mengele?
That's all.
Dr. Mengele or a real doctor?
Yeah, the doctor. After they take everybody Auschwitz. And how I am alive, thanks God, because they said the first transport we're going to work for a farm. And who have many children, come the first. And my father said, because we was in the stone factory outside, or how I said, an attic, and they're always coming for the Gestapo, for the German. It was a 16-year-old Schwab, again in the Ostor, what they take for the fair, the horse, when
So
they
they whip
hitting
the
the
Jews?
horse, how they call it?
The whip?
Yeah.
The whip. They whip the Jews.
Yeah, always they make like this, and when they come, everybody had to stand like this. And it was many religious men who was praying with the towels, everything, and they not standing, just they continue to praying, and they went heat all over, the blood come out for her, and till they not fell together. It was just a terrible life it was. Sleeping in the floor, just like this. And I remember I have a new jacket, and it was a nail in the wall, and I lay down, but for the jacket I hang out, for don't get crazy. And I just laying in the floor, and just I want to save it, safe. Then we arrive for there. We never arrive. And I didn't settle after the ghetto. It was standing a big one, and everybody is out. Out, we're going the place. And they take everybody. They look everywhere, just don't have nothing in. They take out for the earrings, the watch, the necklace, everything. And now when I can ask for the gold, because they have a gold wagon. And
where they kept all the gold, all from the earrings to the bracelets to the watches?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
And now when I want to ask it, they said, I need the proof. Who gives proof? Nobody gives proof. Just take out and that's all. And you know who's taking.
Like after the war, you went back?
Yeah, when we went back, we asked it for the gold, because they find for the gold, they have gold wagon. First, take away for the German. After, take away the Russia. After, take away America. Mm-hmm. And nobody gives. And finally, they give Switzerland the gold. And now they said, who get proof, what they have, they give back.
But you didn't have any proof because you were in the Holocaust.
Sure. No, nobody have proof. Nobody get it. I don't know what happened. Nobody get it. And it was terrible. And we don't take away. We went Strasshof, there is a German, Austria, and they take for the young girls to work. And my father and mother, I said, and not me and my sister, we said, when you don't take my mother and father, we don't go. And there was an engineer there, a very good one, and an Austrian man, and they was talking. Take for the parents, we give some work for there, but they don't take some full, how they call gazdaság. They don't take away what they promise. We take a factory. Okay, we went to the factory, and my mother and my father. My mother worked for the kitchen, and my father was a police. He was to count how many people have this barrack. He was leaving a barrack. You know what is mean
the barrack?
Yeah. And they count, and they watch it for everybody stay there. And that it was my father's job. And my mother worked in the kitchen, and we was working a factory, a stocking factory, but is going for the front for the soldier. After when I coming home, I asked it for the money. They said that I don't give money because we pay for the Vienna for the office. They have a Jewish quarter and they pay for that. Never give me a cent. Never give me pay. That's all.
So tell me, you're with when you were in the camps, the family was all together, the men and women?
Yeah.
So you were with my grandfather, Mayor? No.
Hungarian. They have a house. They call we that house. You know, hogy hívják ezt az embert? How they call a man. No, doesn't came with it. For Switzerland, they come here and they give passport, a false passport for everybody, and they make a house that is belong for Switzerland. They don't have to touch that, and German don't have to go in. And how many people was, they give everybody. And there it was my brother, and there it was my other brother. But they was very hungry always. They don't get food. They go out. My younger brother take a big box and put in tools, everything like a worker. They take out for the yellow star, because everybody have to be the yellow star they take off, like a worker. Went in the street. And when they get a little food, one time they take for bread, one time they steal honey, but never together bread, or have bread or find honey. Never was together.
So my grandfather, Mayor, he was with one of his brothers?
I am not sure. But my brother, I know who was. There was working lager.
He's a logger?
Yeah, working lager. And they take soldier, like a soldier, but he's not a soldier because he was Jewish. Just take working. For them, other brother also. But interesting, nobody know nothing there. And one time my mother was sitting in the basement and cleaning potato, and somebody said for the window, "You have somebody in Hungary left? We going home."
What do you mean?
They said for the window, "We going home for Hungary," because the father was Christian and is not belong for the son, for the Jewish people.
Also, you tricked the Germans.
Yes.
So your father had a passport that was.
They live Podmanitsky Street 37, and there is our cousin, and tell me we fine, and here in Austria and working. And they get it. Who was there? This time in Budapest, this is the biggest city in Hungary. Still there it was the Jews. Still there it was Jews. Later also take everything away.
Where in Hungary did you live?
Where?
Where?
Debrecen.
Debrecen? Do you know the address?
Debrecen. It's a big city.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you know the address, the exact house?
Yeah, sure.
What's the address?
It was others, Piac utca 58. But after they changed the name, after get Vörös Hadsereg útja 58. A big house, and this is the house, it was my uncle's house. But after they take away for the apartment, and the German lived there, a very nice house, a big house, and the German lived there. Oh, very, 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 very much happens for there. And one time they speak Yiddish for not understand for the German, and they forget the German is something like Jewish. You know, when they talk Jewish, the German is understand. And my father said, for the brother, go out because the German is there. They said for Jewish. And after I realized what they didn't say good, and was thinking how I can go down. It was beside for the kitchen window. We can go down, and we thinking we take for the sheet, a few sheet together, tie up, and my father go down. For when they came the soldier, they don't find her, because then they kill it. And
baby?
But it doesn't come. It doesn't come.
Who were they gonna kill?
And you know, when the war is over, when they come for the Russia, many people die for there because they throwing chocolate and cigarette, everything, and one of each other goes, and my front is a young boy is died, and the mother it was there beside her, and they screaming, "Mama, Mama, Mama," and they die up there before the mother's eye.
The Germans killed the baby?
No.
A child? Or they just passed away because of hunger?
Just went for the truck. And so many people want to catch the chocolate and go on there.
Someone trampled,
yeah,
and that's how.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. And it was a brick factory there when it was May 8th, when the war was over. I was standing there for the wall, and I see the shot, and come for the bomb. And you know, when they come the bomb, the Jewish people can go out for the wagon. No. But some went out and run. And the aeroplane went, and they were shooting. They died there. Oh, that I take of it. They put in the air. In the way, because when the war get over, they taking away for us Theresienstadt. Theresienstadt, it was a Jewish state. This was Czechoslovakia. And we went there, separate the women, separate the men. Because after who was Auschwitz or Buchenwald or I don't know which crematorium, which place, everybody go for, it's a right for Theresienstadt because was want to destroy Theresienstadt.
Because it was Jewish.
For the whole state.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's Czechoslovakian or what, they tell the Red Cross. They want to get up for the whole city. And then come for the Red Cross and take over for the whole Theresienstadt. But before it was alive, it was movie and theater and stores, and they have Jewish money they take, can buy the store. This it was the sample lager. When somebody's come for ask for America or England, they ask for sample, hogy hol jönnek a zsidók, hogy where they are living for the Jew, they show for this land. For here it was everything, but it just was a show, but not. And after the war, everybody went there, and I look out for the window and I see like mouse or rat. They looking for the garbage, for the potatoes peel, and they eating raw. This was Auschwitz. It was so small. No meat, no flesh of there. Very, very all the stripes dress they wear. We didn't hear it there.
My grandmother, Ava, do you know her story? She was in Auschwitz.
Auschwitz.
She was.
Yeah.
Do you know her story?
No, I don't know.
Oh, you don't know her story?
No, never told it.
No one ever told you?
No, but they went back.
Yeah, we have the video at home.
Yeah. They was together with Vera.
Vera, she wasn't with her.
She
wasn't with my grandmother when she went back. It was only Ran and Yaakov.
She was together. No? I heard this was together with Eva.
No, when Yaakov came, we watched a little bit of the movie, of the clips, and it was only Ran, him, Yaakov, and my grandmother.
This when I went to visit.
When they went to visit.
They visit, yeah.
Yeah, but she wasn't there.
No?
Nope.
Where it was?
When?
Where
She went to Poland. Back to Auschwitz. She went back. So in Auschwitz, they have suitcases, many suitcases there. And when my father, he went to Poland a couple of years back, and there was a picture of a suitcase, Anna Kraus. Is that by any chance we're related? Anna Kraus. Does that ring a bell? No? Oh.
Your grandfather, when we coming back, every train when they come for German, they went out and wait. Maybe some Maybe. And one they met a man and they said, I saw your father. And they said, how is look my father? Just she wearing for black glasses.
Okay.
Glass. She knows this is not true because they heard already what they take. The first one who take out for all the glasses. It was separate. The glass, the shoes, the rooms full full of glasses. They take out for the gold teeth and separate. They take it. I wasn't so bad place. It was bad enough, but not like who was in Auschwitz. Auschwitz is terrible. Live through this.
So by you were in Hungary. From Hungary, you came to
Austria.
Austria.
And there we was waiting for 1 week, July, the hottest day in the year. And there we stayed without food and water because they come a man for there when the SS was not there, and they said, till now everybody goes for Poland. But now, take the bomb down, and the railroad is finished, they can go, and wait the order where they put for the men. In the plenty men was there to take some places, and after a week they decide we coming back for Czechoslovakia, and after we went Austria, and then we work a factory.
What factory did you work in?
The stocking factory.
The stocking factory.
Yeah.
Were you working with all your siblings? Your sisters, your brothers? Only with your sisters?
Sisters.
Sisters?
All the sisters, yeah.
All the 7 sisters?
Yeah.
And the boys were in the camp?
Left there, yeah, left there.
They were in the lumber?
Yeah, for one brother. But the other, it was, munkaszolgálat, working lager. Working. They take for Kiev, Russia, they take away. My husband was Russia. Kiev, Barnica, and they making shans. They take the food, and after going in, they go in deep, very deep, and they shoot the wall. That's all. And slowly they came home. She was Buchenwald, very bad like that also. They eat for the snake. When they find a snake, they take out and live. It was so hungry, they not
He ate snake?
Yeah.
What's his name again?
We call for the Jewish name Schmiermeyer.
Schmermeyer?
Yeah, Schmiermeyer.
Oh, Schmermeyer.
Yeah.
All right.
Matu's husband.
Matu's husband.
Your father know him.
Mm.
He was so healthy, so nice man, fat, and they have leukemia.
Leukemia?
70, yeah.
17?
And they died after Israel. But they get married for the son, they get married for the daughter.
Wow.
They have grandchildren, and when everything is okay, she gets sick.
Wow. So tell me.
My mother lost 10 or 11 sisters and brothers together. Everybody for the whole family.
Wow. So tell me, how did you meet your husband?
Somebody recommended.
Oh, was it Cico?
Somebody, yeah. Cico, and they came, and I don't want him. I have boyfriend, I don't want him. I don't like it. But after 3 months, they said the Schatten, this is different when they come home and see it with the whole family. Come out for Budapest and meet again. Okay, I went. I went in Budapest, and I see much different. It was a big hotel, and I saw it's coming nice for the raincoat. It was there, and very light suit. They said, look different. And I went a few times together, and was with your father also there, and come for Schweiz. Like now he's coming for Schweiz. And my mother said, he's come home. You don't have to stay more. And I said, only just I want to drive for Schweiz. And Schweiz, they sent me with flower. What's going on? But she don't say. She was very shy, very shy. And then I asked her, when you come again for Debrecen? He said, I don't know. When we keeping for the Tanaim, you know what is the Tanaim? It's engagement. And he said, I don't know. When you come, I can't stay here too long.
So when you met your husband, you didn't want to marry him?
Yeah, no.
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 It was a forced marriage?
Me?
To marry your husband?
Yeah.
It was a forced marriage?
Sure.
It was forced?
Yeah. He was 32 years old. It was war that they can't marry before.
Right. Because
they
war.
have sisters of war, it's not the time for marry. They have, after when they come back, she was very sick, she tell me. Very sick. They come by his leg, barefoot, and they was typhus. And somebody in Hungary and also, they take in the house and keep for there and give food. And they get up. Somebody who was with her and your papa can make it. It was very bad situation.
So his family died.
They come and they went for the hospital. And that's all. So it was. When I met already, it was 48, when it's over, 45, it was the war over.
The war started in 1939, and I believe the war was over at 1945,
I think so, yeah.
1945.
Then it's okay. I met him for 48.
1948. How old were you in the Holocaust?
The Holocaust was 21.
You were 21? And how old was my grandfather?
2 years.
Older?
Older, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he was 23 at the time?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, what we went through is unbelievable.
Wow.
Then I swear, I never save anymore. And when we coming home, every station, when they stay for the train, they bring food. But we arrived for Hungary, nobody gave nothing. They said they came home more than they went.
Wow. So
it was very bad.
I have a question. Do these pictures look familiar to you? Do you know the year?
This is April.
Yeah.
And sure.
When did my grandfather take that picture? Do you know? Do you know when my grandfather took that picture?
This I know is 48. There's before?
I don't know. There was no date. Only my grandmother's has a date.
But she was so beautiful. She was so beautiful. So good figure. Yeah. I have old pictures. Just I don't know where is. El van zárva. We closed the albums.
Do you know where they are? Those albums.
I have one somewhere.
Do you know how
Okay.
my grandparents met?
What?
Do you know how my grandparents met? Eva and Maya?
Yeah. Eva had a boyfriend for this lady's brother, my sister-in-law. But Eva don't, nem láttam itt hol van. But Eva doesn't want her. He's a nice boy, but doesn't want her.
Doesn't want him.
She was into this for Eva.
How did they
I
meet?
told right away, take it. It's a nice girl. What you're thinking? What you thinking? Then Eva leave for Vera's house. You know Pippi?
No.
No? This was Eva's friend. He was very good to her. Sure, you know, they always coming here.
To New York?
She in New York, yeah. They
I
had
don't think I
two
ever met her.
girls, they always coming here up. And I remember when they coming up, your grandfather take the newspaper in the floor, you step here and take out the boots just after you go in. We was living together.
Who you?
For your grandfather.
My grandfather and my grandmother?
Yeah,
You were all living together.
yeah. Because I then get for the wedding, I asked him, and where do you live? Yes, where I am living. Not thinking of this house. I was surprised.
So she didn't have anywhere to live?
No, we was living together.
Oh,
They have
okay.
separate kitchen. I have a separate kitchen.
Oh, wow.
She has a separate room. I have a separate room, and a big hall. That's all.
Wow.
And we live till Ellie was born.
Oh. Oh, so you were living together even when
The children,
Jacob was born.
Jacob was dead. Jacob passed out. They put the cover for himself. Eva went and screaming, Cico, Cico, Cico. I ran inside, and it was started shaking. I ran for the neighbor, also come in and help her. I don't know what to do. So, nice eye, Jacob have it. I have telephone there alone the house, me, and telephone at the ambulance. The ambulance came and take in the hospital. But when the ambulance came, already
He's normal.
breathing.
Okay.
Breathing.
Oh.
But it was pregnant then for Ellie.
Okay.
But Eva can't go there
Right.
because
So
it was weak and they was shaking. And this it was the last word. Host vista,
What does that mean?
bring back. Because I went with the ambulance.
With Jacob.
For the Jacob. Yeah, and then bring back
Mm.
because they feel better. Yeah.
Oh.
I always put for the cover on, and as it was, yeah. And after my son is born, because I was thinking for too much. Yutka was there. He already was 5 years old, and my son is born, and Eva was pregnant. It need another, and then they
Moved to that.
move.
When did you
another
move
one.
to New York?
Hmm?
When did you move to the States?
Who?
You.
Me? I was living 11 years for Canada.
You lived in Canada?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
Montreal.
Okay.
Montreal. And after my sister-in-law got citizen here, and she was living in Australia.
Who is she? What's her name? The one who lives in Australia.
Berger, Foggy,
Foggy?
yeah. They was living in Australia because they said this Australia will be never war, and they went for Australia. A lot of money cost, but they get for the passport, and they went to Austria.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do we have...
And after,
Yeah.
they moved here back in New York because they had 4 girls and no boy, and they can't find a boy for marriage, and that's why they moved back.
Oh, because they wanted their children to get married?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, and there was no... Okay.
And that's why we moved back. And we have to wait 5 years till she gets citizen, and then my husband can come here and citizen.
Oh,
But
so you became citizen and then afterwards, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And after 5 years, we get citizen. Yeah.
Wow.
Yutka is still not citizen. Mickey, yes. Mickey went. Yutka don't want to learn, don't want to learn. They make nervous. Yeah, I have 3 boys. Is born here, is citizen. Now is the law. When born here, he's not citizen.
No, she's a citizen because her husband's a citizen.
My husband is
her husband.
Yeah,
Yeah.
non-citizen.
Oh, wow.
Because she went through.
Okay.
Yeah. My husband also was citizen, and with the, even I am citizen for Canada because they ask because once the test for America, they ask for the Canadian citizenship, and my husband gave it. When we went instead, they don't ask me. Don't ask me, I don't give it. Still I have Canadian citizen also. But I don't use this. No.
So Faggy in Australia, does she have grandchildren or children there still?
Sure.
Do you know anyone? Can you tell me their names?
Sure. They live here. They are very rich. Success. They have a few nursing home.
Oh. So what is their names in Australia?
In Australia. For the family name?
Yeah.
Berger.
Berger?
Is a Papa girl. This is the sister for my husband. Papa.
But nothing from Kraus?
Kraus, no.
No, there's no Kraus in Australia. No. This is from Papa, your husband's family.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have one Kraus, but this is not near cousin.
They're not near cousins, but they're far cousins.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah, and who was here, they died already.
Oh, what were their names? What were their names in Australia?
Kraus.
The Kraus. No, the first name.
What is Kraus?
What?
Kraus. Boomy Kraus.
Boomy Kraus?
Yeah.
And that was, what about the husband?
Who?
The wife and the husband. Husband is Boomy?
I don't know. We are not close.
Not close.
But interesting, they're working together.
Oh.
Yeah, here.
Yeah. Crazy.
It's never end story what we went through. This boy then, it was I don't know, 6 years.
Can you say his name?
They worked there.
They weren't in the Holocaust?
Yeah.
Can you say their name? The one who
Yes.
was, what's his name?
Urchi.
Archie.
No, he's a grandfather.
Oh, he's still alive?
Yeah, sure. I talking for her on the telephone.
Wow.
I talking my sister, I talking my niece, I talking for this girl,
What's her name?
Eva.
Ava?
Eva.
Ava?
Eva.
Oh.
Irish Eva.
Oh.
Kraus Eva.
Ava Kraus?
This is the father. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it was a large family.
And
in
this
Budapest.
Yutka was Israel and find this little picture.
Unusually
and
large day.
Robin enlarged it, and since then I
Keep it here.
leave it here. And I think that it was just happening.
Wow.
I remember every minute. Every minute. The kislány.
Do you remember my grandparents' wedding?
And it was wedding?
Myers and Ava's.
Wedding?
Do you remember?
Yeah.
When was the wedding?
There was a house. I remember. A house.
What
I
year?
think it's Vera's house. Bruder's house.
Do you remember what year they got married?
For my wedding also was in the house.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The dining room and the bedroom. They opened the doors. There it was the woman and there it was the man.
Oh.
Separate. My mother was cooking. That it was. And went outside for not the street, just the, I don't know how they call. Like, but wasn't a garden. Just went out for the house because this has to be open for the ceiling.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.